What's up guys? In this video, we're going to talk about how I've been able to manage stress. So let's jump right into it. Stress happens to everyone. Bills piling up, work wearing you thin, family responsibilities thrown on top, and if you go to school, then you probably don't have a lot of time to study. Continued negative stress, aka distress, puts demands on the body that are physical, mental, emotional, and chemical in nature, leading to health problems like depression and exhaustion. How do you cope with stress? Are you irritable, short-tempered like I was? Are you unable to focus on tasks? Or maybe you have interrupted sleep like I used to have, which causes you to not want to get out of bed in the morning. I suffered with this for most of my life. Or maybe you're someone that copes with stress by eating junk food, which can be a vicious cycle. A bad diet can actually cause stress to be even worse. Physically, our bodies are hardwired to react to stress as a way to protect us against perceived threats, such as work, paying bills, or passing that final. When stressed, your sympathetic nervous system activates and it sets off a tiny alarm at the base of your brain called the hypothalamus, prompting your body to release hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, putting your body in fight or flight. This leads to high blood pressure and increased heart rate, which can make you feel nervous or have difficulty breathing. When cortisol is released, it curbs functions that would be non-essential in fight or flight situations. It suppresses the digestive system, which can either speed up or slow down digestion. It can also alter the immune response. All of this can make you feel moody, fearful, and lack motivation. And if this goes on long term, it can make your body feel like it's under attack, and the fight or flight reaction stays turned on. This can create a gradual, steady stream of harmful changes to your body. This disruption to the body is what often leads to disease, which can be physical, mental, and emotional. One way I deal with stress in the moment is by breathing. Breathing is your superpower. I take a few deep, really slow breaths until I stop feeling anxious, or you can try diaphragmatic breathing. To perform diaphragmatic breathing or deep breathing exercises, sit in a reclined chair or lay down. Put one hand over your abdomen and the other hand over your chest. As you breathe, make sure the hand on your abdomen is moving up and down rather than the one on your chest. If the hand on your abdomen is moving, you are breathing deeply and slowly. Do this for 5 minutes. I also make time for meditation. This has been huge for me. I do this twice a day, but I only started with once a day, and I was starting with 5 minutes a day, and I've gone all the way up to 20 minutes a day, twice a day. Wake up a little bit early and add this to your mornings, and maybe even develop a morning routine. Morning routines are also something that has helped me manage stress. And no, you don't have to wake up at the crack of dawn. Just set aside an extra 30 minutes and that should do the trick. I'll be making videos on my morning routine soon, but I already have videos on meditation out there, so go ahead and check them out. I also have all this information and more in my book that I'm coming out with later this year, so keep an eye out for that. Subscribe and I'll let you guys know when that comes out. I'll be releasing it for free since it's my first one. My next stress management tip would be to plan. This started on and off for me. I would always plan the night before and try to knock off as many things as I can, and when I was planning for my next day, I was able to see what I did and why I did not do it. And every night when I was planning for my next day, I could review and see what I didn't do and why. This allowed me to take stock of my life and actually allowed me to be proud of the things that I was able to do. We have to be proud of the little wins and give ourselves a pat on the back. They stack up quicker than you know. Having a morning routine is what really helped me stick to planning, and also being specific. This takes the stress out of the day by creating structure. My last tip, but the most important tip, would be diet. Food affects your mood. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you might be someone that copes with stress by eating junk food. The sugar in the junk food will definitely cause your stomach to be disrupted, and you have to remember that your gut is your second brain. I like to say it's your first brain. You get all of your emotion from it. When you feel like you're in a bad situation, your gut will tell you. When someone gives you bad news, your gut's the first thing to feel it. Think about that. It's probably happened to you. You got a phone call, somebody gave you bad news, and your stomach just sank. If you're eating sugar all the time or drinking all the time, even on weekends, it's gonna make your gut feel like crap. Now, maybe you're telling yourself right now, I actually don't drink that much or eat that much sugar, but if you do at all, it's still gonna mess it up. And maybe you consume a lot of carbs like pastas, breads, or maybe that's all you eat. Carbs turn to sugar as well. Now, I'm not telling you to take it all out because heavy food restrictions are also hard on you. So try to eat mostly whole foods if you can to make it simple. Start by just changing your dinners around. Maybe just do grilled chicken with a side of veggies, and try to skip breakfast if you can. And for snacks and lunches, try to do beans, nuts, things like that. And maybe try to check out a keto diet and just ease your way into it because, like I said earlier, food affects your mood. This has been a huge change in my life. I've experimented with food a lot. I went vegan and I was able to cure some things inside of me, but it wasn't the end all be all, and I'm not vegan anymore. I actually was eating a lot of carbs on that as well. And when I quit alcohol, I actually started getting depressed in the year of me quitting because I replaced it with sugar. I was eating a lot of ice cream, and then when I stopped eating ice cream, I just kind of replaced that with pastas because I really didn't know much. But as I kept experimenting, I kept finding out what worked better for me, and I just eat mostly whole foods when possible. And since I eat so clean, when I do decide that I want to go out with my fiance or have a piece of cake on my daughter's birthday, and it doesn't affect me in the long term like eating it every day will. So if you only take 1 or 2 things from this video, I would definitely start with your diet and start to plan. These 2 things will be great for your mood and will help take the stress out of your day. All right, guys, that's it. If you made it to the end, I'm proud of you. Remember, knowledge is power. And if you like these types of videos, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.